powering up of the Techthusiasm home theater continues. The JVC NZ900 has been in. I've been using that for a little while, of course in conjunction with Kaleidoscape, MadVR, and all of like the super premium options. And I have the next piece, not quite the final piece, because there's one more thing that we could do in the display side of things in the theater to follow. But this is the last kind of core piece of the video display chain. I have a Panamorph DCR plus XM2 lens kit here. We're going to get this thing set up and installed on the 900 as we go forward. In this video, it just arrived, basically, still in the box. I want to open it up, take a first look, do a little bit of an unboxing, and talk about some of the merits, benefits, and the things that the Panamorph is going to do when it comes to the home theater setup. Now, I do run my home theater. Again, it's the JVC NZ900 projector at the moment. I am shooting onto a Seymour AV Center Stage XD 163-inch screen, 235:1 aspect ratio scope format. And because of that, of course, in starting off, I was doing like all the lens memory kind of stuff, manual lens memory recall. I had migrated forward to getting the MadVR Mark II NB Extreme in there, taking care of aspect ratio management, subtitles, and the like. We've powered up the brightness with the NZ900. But adding the lens now is going to let us take full advantage of full resolution, all of the pixels of the NZ900, and achieving a higher degree of brightness, effective brightness on the screen because of having those extra pixels. Of course, everything will work together in conjunction with the MadVR for the processing, and so the DCR is here. Now, one of the first questions that I'm sure to get is, why didn't you get the Alpha? The Alpha is the new lens. Well, the Alpha is a slightly different kind of build structure or optical structure than the DCR. And one of the fundamental decisions to make, or the choice between the Alpha and the DCR, has to do with your throw distance. I have effectively about a 1:4:4 to 1 throw distance or throw ratio with my current setup right now, about 18 feet back, roughly a little more than 18 feet back from the screen to the front of the NZ900. That puts me in size and positioning to do the DCR. The Alpha is made for throw ratios of like 1.6 or 1.66 and higher. So let's dig in here. We have basically two boxes in the box. Oh, and some stuff down there in the bottom as well. This is our mounting bracket. Oh, that's actually pretty heavy, and some instructions. So let's take a look at this. This is the mounting piece for the lens kit itself. Get it open here the right way. There we go. All right, so we have some instructions, kind of a printed 8.5 by 11 packet there of installation guide and instructions. And here is the attachment piece. So this will mount basically underneath the projector. I have a tabletop style display. I had my projectors formerly in a ceiling installation, inverted upside down on a ceiling mount. I've since moved it to a tabletop shelf style type of installation in a closet there. So this is going to mount effectively for me underneath the projector, and the lens will sit up here in the front. There's a variety of holes and guides and different things for tweaking and adjustments and all that to get the lens trued up to the screen and get things kind of looking the way it's supposed to on the screen itself. So white box, let's see what's in the mysterious white box here. Don't want to drop anything in case there's any. The lens, I think, is in the big black box there. So this just looks like more mounting assembly, kind of a big box for the smaller stuff that's in here. I think this is actually the piece of the assembly that the lens will go into, and then this will mount on top of the other element there. We got a whole big bag of parts here, a variety of screws, some Allen wrenches, it looks like maybe some spacers, and tuning pieces, and the like. So this is all of our mounting kit, mounting gear. We're not going to do the installation in this video. I will do that as a separate follow-up. We have the box then here for the lens. It says DCR. It says DCR right on it. Nice padded, protected here. Obviously some very delicate optical elements and glass pieces. There's some heft to that. I don't want to be dropping this thing. You definitely don't want to be touching pieces with my fingers and hand oils and all that sort of stuff. So here's the lens. It does have a protective piece of plastic over that. One of the last things to do, well, of course, we'll be pulling that off. Big Panamorph written name there, Paladin DCR We have a couple of mounting brackets that are already kind of affixed to the sides there. So yeah, as we said, we'll end up putting these two pieces together in some way here and getting it mounted to the bracket down below, get it all squared up. And there's a bunch of instructions in there talking about basically how to get everything onto the screen, how to get it exactly kind of in the right locations, centered up and all of that. Try to eliminate or reduce the opportunity for any type of barrel distortion and such to show up. Of course, we do have the MadVR ND Extreme Mark II with its geometry correction, so if we do experience some level of barrel distortion, we will be able to mitigate that. Another thing that I actually liked about the DCR over the Alpha is the fact that the DCR is set up to be a 17:9 basically lens structure. The Alpha is built for 16:9 projectors. Of course, I have a very strong affinity to JVC. I'm on my third JVC projector in the theater. There's a lot of virtues to JVC, reasons that I choose them for the Techthusiasm home theater space. And I do appreciate the fact that they're 17:9 pixel space, 4096 pixels instead of 3840. This lens take advantage of that. Now I have seen Chris Steering, one of my home theater friends and somebody that you've seen on the channel here, saying that the brightness difference between a DCR with the 17:9 projector and an Alpha with the 16:9 projector are actually fairly equitable. And the other benefit, of course, of the Alpha is that it actually doesn't barrel distort, which is pretty cool. But again, I was already eliminated kind of from the Alpha based on my throw distance. So I'm perfectly happy with this, taking advantage of the 17:9 panel. And then of course, again, having the MadVR, if I do need to use it, to clean up any of the moderate or minor distortions that the lens may be providing. So all in right now, this lens and the assembly kit, the installation kit, clocks in about $9,000 MSRP. I think the Alpha is another $1,000 beyond that as well. So this was actually a little bit cheaper too than the Alpha. I can't argue with actually saving a few bucks on the purchase of this. So yeah, the video chain of the Techthusiasm home theater is just going to be pretty much insane. We'll have all the things, all the trimmings, all the fixings. And there's a lot that I want to kind of show and discuss about this. Definitely, again, look for future content coming fairly quickly, talking about the installation process and kind of the results of having this up on the screen. Definitely going to make the videos about the settings and setting the anamorphic modes, managing the processing of the image between the MadVR and the projector itself, sending the image through the light path of the projector. Very keen to measure brightness. I just did the video all about the NZ900 testing brightness with a variety of aperture and laser dimming and color filter types of settings. This is going to bring a bunch of more light and brightness headroom back into the setup, and so maybe we'll end up turning down the laser a little bit, and we'll see what kind of light we lose when the projector actually gets calibrated a couple weeks from now by Sammy Prescott Jr., who's coming to the Techthusiasm home. One of the things I'm still trying to wrap my head around is the impact of sending different aspect ratios of content through the lens. I think I have a good understanding now of how like ultra wide content goes through and how it'll work. I'm still a little curious to understand that the full pixel spacing, scaling, and resolution mechanics of like a 16:9 image being shown as 16:9 through the lens by virtue of having the MadVR, and how it's essentially stretching or squishing and taking advantage of the optical changes basically that the lens makes to the image coming through it. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. If you have questions about this, sound off in the comments. If there's things that you want to understand about having something like this in your home theater setup, post in the comments as well. And again, I'm going to do my best in my usual way to kind of cover all of the technical and detailed aspects of having something, using something, setting something up, and maximizing it within the system. If you're looking for any of these things, please reach out, jeremy@techthusiasm.net. If I can help you out directly, I will. If not, I have a bunch of business partners I can send you to. I'm a direct authorized reseller for things like Kaleidoscape, JVC. I can actually sell the Panamorph lenses now as well, and a whole bunch of other home theater equipment brands and so on. And again, if I can't get it for you, I know a variety of folks in the trade, in the hobby, in the business to refer you to that can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, hey, leave a super thanks, leave a PayPal Venmo tip, shop with my affiliates, Amazon, Best Buy, Target, Newegg, and so on. They're all down there in the description. Share them with your friends, your family, your significant other, your spouse, or whatever. Always much appreciated to keep things going and let me keep kind of adding to the system and having more and more things to kind of comment on, explain, inform and educate. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things. Leave a comment. Let's discuss the concept of a Panamorph lens in a projection-based home theater setup. Thanks so much for watching. Come on back for more home theater discussion, a whole lot more on this kind of stuff, and a whole bunch of fun. Thanks.